Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those three things are going to carry on forever.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tim here. So, tonight I'm finally, I don't know why I've been putting this one off, just time or whatever. But I wanted to enter, I hate to call it a contest because if I win, I'm really not doing anything. But anyway, neither here nor there. Let's get right down to it. Eric Weinbender. We all know Eric. We all love Eric. If you don't love Eric, I got a question. Why not? Because he's a great guy. So Eric has kind of said, you know what? It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And, you know, cancer is something that touches a lot of us. You know, we've come across it. Maybe some of us have battled or are battling. But it affects everybody. And, you know, it's hitting home for him as well. So he has issued a challenge to show your pinks, because pink is Breast Cancer Awareness month of October. But he's also doing donations, and I'm going to leave a link to Eric's video. Inside that video, there is a link to the organization he is donating money to. So I encourage everybody, if you're watching it, if you haven't donated, please do so. I know I'll be making a donation here in the next couple of days. So every dollar helps fight cancer. So hopefully one day, that's what cancer can do, pretty much. So the Show Me Your Pinks, 10 records. I just pulled out some extras just to make it look colorful. Wear pink, but not wearing pink. I know. I don't have any pink. It just doesn't look good on me. Not that I wouldn't rock it. It's just doesn't look good. Anyway, because not much really does, but that's by the way. But I'm wearing yellow. We'll get to that in a minute. Tonight, listen to a little Cannibal Adderley. Taking the edge off of a crazy few days. Having some drinks from Land Shark. If you're not familiar with Land Shark, this is basically Jimmy Buffett's version of Corona. Because I'm in Florida, you can get this stuff pretty cheap. It's not bad. I usually serve with a lime. My limes went bad. It's a beer. I'll take it. So nothing exotic, but you know, needed a drink. So before I get into the pinks, and I did not watch anybody's because I wanted to kind of see how different I was going to come. One of the challenges was to wear pink, but if you couldn't wear pink because you just didn't have it or whatever, wear another color that, you know, was associated to some sort of cancer awareness. And I specifically chose yellow. Yellow is bone cancer. My grandmother succumbed to bone marrow cancer just before my oldest was born. So it would have been 24, 25 years ago. It was a very hard process to watch her go through. The chemotherapy wasn't kind, and unfortunately bone marrow cancer is extremely painful. So my grandfather did everything in his power to make sure that the doctors and nurses took care of her and kept her as comfortable as she could for as long as she could. So, and to not only rock some yellow, I'm showing yellow, Genesis self-titled from the 80s. You know, we're all puzzle pieces trying to fit together in this little world, so, and it's yellow, so. But now let's go on to the pinks. Like I said, I didn't watch anybody's Only because it wasn't going to try to, oh man, I was going to show that, or man, I should have pulled that, so I'll go back and watch now that I've entered. But so I did pull 10 pinks. I kept it all vinyl. I could have went and looked at video games or movies or stuff like that, and actually thought about it. Like I thought about pulling Fight Club because of the pink soap and stuff like that. But I really want to keep it with vinyl. Haven't branched out yet in other things here too much on the channel, but it's probably coming. So the first one, this is a Candlelight Music Press, which was I believe a mail order subsidiary of Warner Brothers. And this is the Heart and Soul of Aretha Franklin. It's a 2 LP set, no gatefold. This is about as basic as it comes, kid. Very thin paper, but it's got hits for days. So, like I said, a 2 LP best of Aretha Franklin. You can't say no to that one. So, Queen of Soul. There we go. Moving on to an 80s classic, and I absolutely had a big crush on her. It's Belinda Carlisle. I mean, I love the Go-Go's. Really thought, Belinda was very talented. And lucky for us, easy on the eyes. But man, I mean, and this was like, back when you kind of called a little flack if you listened to, some of the pop stuff. At least I did. And I was like, I don't care, if I like it, I'm gonna listen to it. And I absolutely love this album. This one and Heaven Is a Place on Earth. I love those 2 albums. I'd love to get the other one on vinyl, but haven't had a chance to properly clean this one yet. That's why it's not in a bag, but you best believe I will be doing that soon. So the next one, this was actually a lovely gift from another wonderful VC member, all around great guy, and another, like Eric is like a friend to me and a brother to me. This one, the gentleman also is. This was from Mr. Robert Z for winning his contest. But this is Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I'm sorry, this was when he was called Steve Vaughan in Double Trouble, appearing live in Austin, Texas, April 1st, 1980. I mean, that cover just screams in pink. I mean, a very bright pink. But this was an FM broadcast. At least that's what it feels like. A killer set from 1980. Just an absolute fantastic repress. Actually done on 200 gram vinyl. And this thing just absolutely smokes. Sounds like Stevie's still here with us and playing in the room. So that was one of the first ones that jumped in my mind when I heard Show Your Pinks. So this was a recent acquisition. I actually had this, but my copy was not in the best of shape. It actually has a defect that I wouldn't be able to fix. So I went ahead and found a good copy, pretty cheap, replaced it. And this is Ice Cream Castles by the time. Such classics as Ice Cream Castles, The Bird, Jungle Love, My Draws. I can't make this stuff up, kids, but that is one fly pink suit. I mean, pink leather. You gotta be a special person to rock that, because I can't. No. Good stuff. But I love the time. As big of the hits as that are on here, this album is either huge or it misses. Like the song Chili Sauce, which is basically Morris Day trying to mac on a girl and get her home. It just makes me laugh, but love it. Still good and fits in the category. You'll see why I pulled this one. It's a twofer. Frigid Pink debut record, absolutely fantastic. Detroit fuzzed out blues with a hard rock influence, just killer stuff. Cover pink in the name. I mean, this one was a layup, and I'm sure it's been shown, but I just had to absolutely pull it. This is on Parrot Records. If you don't know this album, check it out. if you do know this album, give it a spin. It probably misses you. You should play it again. So, killer stuff. So the next one will be painfully obvious why I picked it. I don't think we need to talk about that. So this is the Allman Brothers Band live at Fillmore East, the classic double LP live set, with whip and post on side, which is side 4. This is the reason why I bought it. But I mean, this was great Southern rock / blues, just done right. Nothing against Skinner, because I love Skinner and those guys, but this was just perfection. So I pulled it because my copy is an original issue on the Pink Capricorn. And absolutely love this. This is one that I'll pull out probably every so often, and a couple drinks, and let's just rock it out. But it's been a minute, so since it's pulled out, I may have to stay out until I spin it again, because this should be in everyone's collection. So this one was also a no-brainer for me. This ranks in my top 10 albums of all time. It doesn't even need an introduction. King Crimson's in the Court of the Crimson King has a lot of pinks, obviously, in the influence of the cover. But this is just a masterpiece album. And any chance I can show it, I will. Because, granted, it's not like it's a super rare album. It's floating around out there, but it's one of my favorites. This one was a layup. Pink Floyd. It's in the name. So, and this is also one of my top 10 albums of all time, Dark Side of the Moon. So I wanted to show some Pink Floyd, obviously because of the title. I get it. It's a softball, but still, I don't think we need to talk about that. All right, down to the last two. So this one, to be honest, I'm holding on to only because I need to either replace it or I've been trying to fix it, because when I bought it, it had a slight edge warp that nobody caught. The shop I bought it from is very reputable. They didn't see it. I didn't see it. Take a chance. That's Robert Fripp's The League of Gentlemen. This is a Canadian press, and I would love to get this edge warp fixed, but they're a pain to fix. So I will occasionally put some weight on it for a little while and just see if I can get it to work out. I'm trying. I do need to replace it, but that's why it's not in a bag. And maybe you can still spun it because it's just that good of an album. But the edge warp causes the intro tracks on either side to kind of skip. So would love to replace it or get this fixed, but I love this album, and this was another one that, even though it's not, it's in my collection as far as for Discogs, but it's not, it doesn't live on the wall because I'm trying to fix it. So, and then the last one that has any type of pink reference, and this is a newer acquisition. I have showed this not too long ago. That's OCB's debut record. A lot of colorful pinks and oranges and yellow, a little bit of yellow and stuff like that. But this is just a phenomenal Afro funk kind of jazz fusion record, which I absolutely love OCB, so I'm looking to get more. This one actually is a promotional copy given by the label Decca MCA to either radio stations or stuff like that, and I showed that in a prior video, so I'm going to show that one again. So, so like I said, Eric is giving away a fantastic prize with this, and to be honest, cash is nice, but I would like if I do win, I'm not saying that I will, but if I do win, please just donate the winnings to the organization that you're working with to raise money. And in memory of everyone who participated, who's donated, who's given time to cancer, to help those that are battling, to make someone's day, whatever the case may be. Please, if my name is drawn, just add it to the donation. So before I shot this, I pulled up a video I haven't watched in a while, and it was Stuart Scott. And for those of you who don't know, Stuart Scott was a on a screen personality for ESPN. He was an analyst and commentator for a number of years. And in fact, he was probably one of the few. I don't know if he wasn't one of the originals, but when they really started to take off with like Ken Oberman and those guys, Stuart Scott was kind of in that first big wave of talent with the new face when they made ESPN a little bit more than just sports. And he passed a couple years ago, but he was awarded the Jimmy V award that the ESPN gives out every year. And for those of you who don't know who Coach Ravano is, that was the intro clip at the beginning, and his famous words: "Don't give up. Don't ever give up." So I watched Stuart's speech, and something kind of, that I knew he said, but I kind of forgot. And he kind of had the approach that just because if someone passes from cancer, the attitude shouldn't be, well, they lost the fight. You win or lose the fight on how you live. So if you're fighting and others are fighting for you, and you're choosing to live, and not just I choose life, but you're trying to celebrate it and enjoy what you have when you can, and take those moments every time you can and really live, you're winning. So to all those who may be in the struggle, I hope you're living. To all those who may be lending a hand or an ear, help someone live. And hopefully one day soon, that extra dollar will be the one that breaks the code, and we can be done with this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please go check out Eric. I love him. He's truly one of the best guys in the VC. Very generous, very talkative, and I like that. Hopefully everybody's doing well and having a great fall. I guess we're kicking off, and really just celebrating, life. Take care, everybody. We'll talk soon. Peace.